The Astros are coming back here at Minute Maid Park.
It's thrilling to watch the young talent on the Chicago White Sox rebuild with an eye on the future. Exciting things are happening, and they can't do. Make the Village of Bedford Park the future home for your business with aggressive growth plans of their own. Bedford Park offers you tremendous upside potential, proximity to major highways, railways, Midway Airport, and abundant water supply. A friendly staff will provide you with fast access to permits and incentives to grow your business. Call Maryland 708-496-0346 or go to villageofbedfordpark.com. Bedford Park, building for the future.
There's something out there for you and me, and the American road is calling, so what's it gonna be? Hey, it's an amazing day, traveling our own highway. No matter where it leads us, we can smile, 'cause it's meaning in the mind.
Marathon, fueling the American spirit.
We are Wintrust, proud sponsor of your Chicago White Sox. We know how you feel about your team. You remember the first time you saw the exploding scoreboard, and you still get a thrill when the pinwheels and fireworks light up the sky. Now, we offer another way to show your team pride. With our White Sox checking account and debit card, every purchase will have you singing, Go, Go, White Sox. Find out more at wintrust.com/Sox. Banking services provided by Wintrust Community Banks. Chicago White Sox trademarks used with permission. Members FDIC.
Tune into the White Sox broadcast to be a contestant in the 7th inning stretch limo sweepstakes. Your chance to win Sox tickets with limo transportation from Windy City Limousine, official transportation company of your Chicago White Sox.
Have lost 3 in a row, trying to end that today here at Minute Maid Park. They went out in order in the top of this first inning. Center fielder George Springer will lead this game off for the Astros, facing James Shields. Shields 6'3", 210 pounds, 36 years of age, makes his home in San Diego, California. He's ready to go. And Springer takes the first pitch down and away for ball 1 as Shields looks back and might have slipped on the pitcher's mound. Looks a little damp out there, so does the, for a matter of fact. Especially on the left side. Do you think they used enough water?
I think so, yeah.
1 ball, no strikes. James back to the wind up in the 1-0. That's a swing and a high fly ball that's hit well to right field. That's going to send Garcia towards the line and right. Nabi's under it, makes the catch. We had a similar one like that a little further in, and it went for a double.
Yeah, Avi
it was an error, actually. It was called a double first, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. And then he overran it. He didn't have to hustle as much to this one and took his time, got over there, and made the play in the exact same location where last night he missed it, yes.
Well, now Alex Bregman, the third baseman, followed by Altuve, who's next. The game certainly don't play right now. And Shields gets the first man he's looking at. He's trying to get the second one. I want to look back to yesterday's game with Bregman batting. He had a walk, hit by pitch, a single. He was 1 for 2 with a run batted in and 2 runs scored, and that's strike 1 on Alex Bregman. They're drawing well again here today, this afternoon. It's not sold out. There's some empty seats, but last night they had 38,000 plus. The 0-1 sidearm pitch, grounded to short. Anderson at the rim of the infield makes the throw. And Darren, look at where his spikes were, and look at the amount of dirt that has been moved from dirt actually to mud.
Yeah, it's top layer is definitely moist.
That does one of 2 things, because this infield wasn't that wet last night. They've got a guy out there, Charlie Morton, that if you hit his curveball, I don't know if you're going to get it in the air because it's dominant going straight down, but you're going to hit it on the ground. And with the wet infield, it's not going to get through quite as fast.
Well, it goes for both pitchers.
Yeah,
I
know that.
Obviously, you know, I don't know how you give yourself too much of an advantage. If you're slowing ground balls down, it's going to work for James Shields, who wants the ground ball in the first place.
There's Altuve at home plate. And the pitch, line drive to right down the line. If it's fair, it's trouble. That is fair, and that's trouble. He's around first is Altuve. And they're calling that a ground rule double.
I don't know where that could have gone. I didn't see that bounce all the way up in the. It must have caromed off the wall and came back up high, and then a fan reached over and grabbed it after the fact.
We're going to find out. Here's the replay.
So it hit the wall, and indeed, it went up in the seats after it hit the wall, and a souvenir for a fan after he picks up his 23rd double of the year.
Yeah, it hit down, hit the scoreboard in left field, and carry him sideways up into the seats. That's a Super Bowl down there, that's for sure. Shields now deals with Yuli Gurriel, the first baseman, and Yuli takes that one low for ball one. That's Y-U-L-I. And then his last name is spelled G-R-R-I-E-L. Hitting 300 is Yuli Gurriel. Runner at second, 1-0 the count in the 1-0. That's down and away. 2 balls, no strikes. And Shields looks like he doesn't want to pitch to him.
Well, one thing we know about James Shields, he can go behind the count like this, being careful, and then set you up by getting you to chase something on 2-0, something slow, because you become aggressive. But he doesn't usually challenge you with a fastball right there on 2-0.
Now, Tuve at second with 2 down, looking to see where the second baseman Moncada is, and he's right behind him. Right up the middle is Yoan Moncada. And the 2-0 to Gurriel, that's in there for a strike. He threw a slow ball up there, 2-1.
Yes, he did. That's not a surprise. Gurriel in his career, 6 at-bats against Shields, 3 hits, so 500 batting average with a couple of doubles.
You talked to Shields for a long time yesterday. Did you learn anything different about them that you didn't know?
There's a few things, absolutely.
2 balls and a strike on Gurriel. And the 2-1, that's the sidearm pitch that's fouled up in the count 2-2. I'm not so sure that was a strike, to tell you the truth. When he dropped out on him, the batters have a different idea of what's a strike from that angle.
You know, one of the biggest honors of his career, James Shields, was California State Baseball Player of the Year.
Yeah, that's big.
Oh, boy, as a junior, and now they have a junior and senior category. As a junior, he was the Player of the Year in California. I go, whoa, that's pretty big. And
2 balls and 2 strikes.
And that's because he was a two-way player, not just a pitcher. He hit like 450.
The 2-2 pitch, low and just low at that. 3 balls, 2 strikes. He also talked about a contract he had, didn't he, that he signed and they wanted a car or something, and it didn't evolve that way, but they gave him the extra money for one.
Well, yeah, that's a different story altogether. Yeah. Signing bonus.
Yeah. You can negotiate that into your contract.
Absolutely.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, I mean, it, you know, he just got a little extra money to get himself the car he wanted.
It.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Smart.
3 balls and 2 strikes. Altuve at second, no score, first inning with 2 down. Astros batting, and the 3-2. Gurriel takes it on the inside corner for strike 3. He knew it, partner. He dropped the bat. We'll go over and pick it up, and he knew it had been had by that inside corner slurve ball.
I like that pitch as he had him down 2-0, at least the hitter did, and then next thing you know, he's walking back, dragging his bat to the dugout.
No runs, 1 hit is doubled by Altuve, and he's left. We played through 1 scoreless.
The Savings Giant would like to introduce you to Kincaid Furniture. Kincaid is the nation's leading manufacturer of solid wood bedroom, dining room, and occasional tables. They use the highest quality construction with dovetails in the front and the back of their drawers. I am so confident in the quality of Kincaid Furniture, I not only stand behind it, I stand on it. The more you buy, the more you save. Offering the Savings Giant at Anderson's Warehouse Furniture in Pittsburgh, Illinois.
In a galaxy far, far away,
actually in Marion,
there was a threat to all mankind.
Well, maybe not all mankind.
A computer was about to explode.
Okay, so maybe not explode, but there was a computer on the fritz. Same difference.
Fortunately, the Sci-Fi guy was close by. He heard his number being dialed. In the blink of an eye, the Sci-Fi guy was there fixing the computer.
Okay.
For Southern Illinois Wireless Internet isn't a superhero in real life, but they might as well be. So the next time your computer's on the fritz, call the nerds first. Call the people who are reliable, fast, dependable, trustworthy, smart, and locally owned at the first sign of trouble. For Southern Illinois Wireless Internet, don't cry. Call the Sci-Fi guy at 997-7494. That's 997-SCI-Y. 997-SIWI.
Okay.
no score, top of the second inning, and the heart of the order, sponsored by Loyola Medicine. Learn more at loyolamedicine.org.
Javi Garcia will lead off this second for the White Sox. That one from Morton inside ball one. 6'5" is Charlie Morton, 220 pounds, 34 years of age. Makes his home in Bradenton, Florida. 10-2 on the year with an average of 2.55. And that one, a curveball hit high in the air, right center, or left center field on the move. The left fielder with no problem. Tucker is there, just up from the minor leagues, and makes the catch. I'm glad that he got the ball right there, because if you don't get a ball and it's late in the game, you're wondering, okay, what's going to happen to me now?
Yeah, a little more pressure as the game goes on, and you haven't made a play yet. He's got that out of the way now. This young 21-year-old phenom for them, let's say that. He was their number one top guy. He was drafted just a few years ago, a first-round pick, and he was hitting 306 in the minor leagues this year with 14 homers, 66 batted in. So they said, you know what? It's time to get him up here.
That was at Fresno. I believe that's their AAA team now, the Houston Astros. They were in Tucson for a while as well. There's Daniel Polka, and that's outside and high to Danny for ball one. Morton's best pitches, Darren talked about that. His curveball, his fastball is more than adequate, and he'll change speeds on that curve. This one, Danny Polka. That's a strike call by Angel Hernandez. Now it's a ball and a strike on left fielder Daniel Polka. Overall, 231. That's what he's batting with 11 homers and 29 runs batted in. Talked about it yesterday. He does not have to pull the ball in this park to hit a home run. There's that slow curveball, and that's a strike. That did not look like a strike, but it's 1-2.
He doesn't have to pull a ball anywhere. No. He's got that much power. But I was watching him batting practice, and he was trying to deposit him in that little short porch in left field in batting practice, and was doing it just like the home run he hit yesterday.
And the 1-2 pitch inside corner, no call. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Might have got one there. The spot in left field, folks, is 315 down the line. It doesn't go out. It just goes across. And then it goes to 352 or 362 in the gap in left center. There's a check swing, and he called him out. He didn't need help. Angel Hernandez gave him a ring up. 3 strikeouts for Morton, and he's worked up 5 up and 5 down.
Morton, just like James Shields, both right-handed starters today have had better success against left-handed batters. Morton comes in with a 184 batting average against left-handers, 211 against righties. Shields 194 against left-handed batters, 256 righties hit against him.
Morton, when you see him take his delivery, when he goes into the wind, he turns the glove downward when he's going up to raise back down. He turns it downward, then moves it across his chest and throws strike one. A lot of guys do that so their left shoulder doesn't pull out. If they hold it straight up, the thumb's facing the top of the building, and all of a sudden that pull out early, and then you're slinging the ball rather than throwing it. Here's the 0-1. That's a big swing. Davidson didn't get that one, and now it's 0-2.
I talked to Matt today and was asking him about what's Charlie Morton going to do to you. So he had an idea. That's the key. Is what's your plan? What's his plan against you? How are you going to beat him? And he gave me the right answers for him.
The 0-2 pitch, a liner foul. Look out down there. It's on the right field line, out of play. Somebody's wearing that.
You know, and that, you know, you can always have a plan, and you need a plan against a pitcher that you're going to be facing. And it doesn't mean you're going to beat him. But you can't go up there going, you know, I'm going to just look for the fastball and see what happens, because that's not a plan. That's good luck.
Morton back to the wind of the 0-2 pitch. There's that slow curveball, and he got him on strikes. Back-to-back strikeouts end this second inning for the Sox. Morton's got 2 in the first and 2 here in the second. He goes to the dugout halfway through the second. No score here in Houston.
The Starlight Lounge presents An Evening with the Progressive Box.
Oh, what a great audience. Let's dim the lights for this next one. Oh, too much. There it is. Got to get things just right. Like Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Tell us what you want to pay, and we help you find coverage options that fit your budget. And now, the mood is right. Wait, the lights are back on again. Trudy, can you? And now it's completely dark.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
If you're worried about mold in your home, the trick is to find it. But most of the toxic mold is floating around in our air, invisible to the naked eye, and it could be seriously affecting your health. But finding it shouldn't take weeks. It shouldn't even take hours. The 5-minute mold test from Healthful Home is the fast and best value in do-it-yourself mold testing. The 5-minute mold test detects the most worrisome molds, the types associated with illness. And if you do find mold, then what? Mold from Healthful Home is the safe, non-toxic, natural product that attacks mold, bacteria, and mildew odors, penetrating surfaces, crevices, and those impossible-to-reach vents where mold can breed. Mold is the safe, superior alternative to harsh synthetic chemicals. And now save 20% when you buy the 5-Minute Mold Test Whole Home 3-Pack. Mold and the 5-Minute Mold Test, available at select Ace Hardware stores, or visit healthfulhome.com. The Chicago Sky and the University of Chicago Medicine invite you to the Chicago Fit Festival, July 8th at Soldier Field. Help set a Guinness World Record for the largest basketball clinic. To register, visit the Chicago Sky website.
Sox fans in the stands down here, a lot of them at the hotel as well, but White Sox have lost 5 straight to Houston this year. They swept at Guaranteed Rate Field, losing the first 2 here. Takes me back to the World Series in 05. The Astros lost 4 straight to the White Sox, and then the White Sox became champs of baseball. And that pitch from Shields, low and inside for ball 1 to Josh Reddick. Where was that one?
It was a good pitch, right at the knees, inside corner. Actually over the plate, not even inside.
Reddick waits in the 1-0. That's a strike. Now, I thought the first one was better than that.
Well, it was. That last one was up and outside. But, I mean, if you have a landscape of what the umpire is going to be calling, you know, as a left-handed batter now, you're going not down and in, but up and away. Okay, I got to be ready to lean across the plate.
And you may not get that pitch again if you're Shields. Here's the 1-1. Swung and a miss. 1-2. It changes speeds. I'm glad he was swinging. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
So 3 pitches from Shields in the at-bat, 1 down and in, 1 up and away, and then 1 up right down the middle of the plate, but right at the top of the strike zone. 3 different locations.
Reddick on the year, 271 with 8 home runs, and he's a dangerous batter, especially in this park. Pitch from Shields, a breaking pitch, fouled out of play to the left.
Yeah,
there's been 1 pitch that's been thrown out of the strike zone, as I just saw the monitor.
Yeah,
there's been 1. That counts 1 and 2.
Absolutely.
And he hasn't thrown 3 pitches. He's thrown 5 or 4 or 5 anyway. And James back to work, and another 1-2 pitch to Reddick. Another foul. This one over to the backstop, just past the on-deck circle over by the Astros dugout along the first base line.
Shields at this age, 36, soon to be 37 years of age. A lot of wear and tear on your body all these years being a pitcher.
1 ball and 2 strikes, and the 1-2 again to Reddick. Struck him out swinging, and Josh is gone. For Shields, back-to-back strikeouts. He got Gurriel to close out the first, opens the second by getting Reddick, and he deals with Evan Gaddis now.
Chicago White Sox baseball is sponsored by Marquette Bank, Chicagoland's neighborhood bank. Love where you bank.
Gaddis hit a bomb out of here yesterday, a 3-run homer. They ran to 7 on us in the 8th inning and sent 10 men, I believe, to home plate. And won 11-4. McCullers, the winner, moved to 10-3. And Morton today pitching against us is 10-2. Pitch to Gaddis, inside corner for strike 1. Uh-oh. Now he's barking at Angel Hernandez. I don't blame him for that one either.
Well, Angel Hernandez, throughout his career as a longtime big league umpire, has had a lot of people talking to him about his strike zone.
Yes, they have. That's a check swing. Did he go? No. They could have rung him up on that one. 1-1.
You know, it's got to be exhausting if you think about it, as a guy that every 4th or 5th day that he's umpiring behind the plate, how it's going to be controversial.
There's the 1-1. Shields throws that slurve ball inside, drop down for the slurve ball, 2-1. I guess if you had to describe Evan Gaddis' beard, it'd be a mountain man's beard that had come in for a long time to civilization.
Absolutely. It's bushy.
2 balls, 1 strike. No score, second inning. The 2-1, that's down the middle, 2-2. What was he looking for?
Well, you know, when you have a couple of balls that are so far inside, your vision goes to the inside corner.
Yeah.
And when he lets go of that ball at the angle he is, you're thinking, here it comes inside. And then, boom, a dart right down the middle. And you're like, wasn't where I thought it was going to be.
And it must look further out than what it is because you're looking in, right? And the 2-2 off the end of the bat, foul.
Well, that's it. I mean, we talk about it all the time. It's really important for you as a hitter with a pitcher that's got fine-tuned command of his pitches. You have to pick the right side of the plate. If you pick the outside corner as a right-handed batter and they throw you in, you can't hit that pitch. You can fight it off maybe, but you're not going to do any damage. You cannot barrel up a pitch on the outside corner and the inside corner.
The 2-2, a swing and a high fly ball to left is hit well. Doesn't have to be hit great at the track. At the fence and left, Polka jumps and jumped early. It's off the wall for a double for Evan Gaddis.
Yeah, I don't think he had to play on that. A little too high. It was out of his reach as Gaddis hit a routine fly ball to left field in our ballpark for a double just now. Yeah, routine in every ballpark, even Fenway Park, I think that's got a chance of being caught. But here, double. That's double, Ed.
I got it.
All right. Hey, it's Marvel Superhero Night at the park on Saturday, July 28th. The White Sox host the Blue Jays at 6:10. Be one of the first 12,000 fans to take home a White Sox Iron Man bobblehead. Get your ticket to whitesox.com today.
So runner at second with one out, scoreless game, and here is the kid up from AAA, Kyle Tucker, that is. And John gave you the numbers at Fresno, 306, 14 home runs. And he could play. And pitch to Tucker on the dirt ball one. This is a learning experience for him and as well as James Shields. Shields doesn't know him. He doesn't have a book on him, and he's going to deal with him. Just try and keep the ball down.
Look, he's a really good hitter. Let's say that. Okay, the numbers are there. It looks like he's, even though he's 21 years old, the youngest guy to get called to the big leagues by the Astros since Correa, who was 20 a few years ago. But veteran pitchers usually they get a good read on a young hitter and try and exploit it.
1 ball, no strikes in the 1-0. There's a big swing. He's got a good swing there. That was a little elongated, but that's a good swing.
Yeah, absolutely. Almost takes you back to what we first saw from Bellinger for the Dodgers, Clay Bellinger, who is a really good hitter.
That's who I was thinking of when I saw him at home plate. That was running through my mind. Bellinger has been hurt this year as well, but when you looked at Bellinger, he could run also. That pitch, check swing, did he go? Nope. 2 balls and a strike.
Clay Bellinger is not the first name.
No.
His dad was Clay Bellinger, who was a shortstop for the Giants and other big league teams.
2 balls and a strike. 1 out. Gaddis at second. And the 2-1. That was a strike to Gaddis. That's called ball 3, 3-1.
Remember, I was the same age getting called to the big leagues. I was 21 facing Ron Darling for my first big league game. Very similar to what you're seeing, a James Shields matchup.
Yeah.
A veteran pitcher like this facing the young batter.
How did you do off Darling?
I was 0 for 2. Couple of
hit the ball hard.
Couple of ground outs.
3 balls, 1 strike, and the 3-1. A swing and a miss. He threw him a slider. I don't think you see a lot of those in AAA.
Well, not
on 3-1.
Not perfectly located, just down and in.
Swung right over the top of it, and he's learning. We bring him up to give him some time. I don't know if he's going to be here the whole year if he starts hitting. If he does it as well in AAA, he stays. That one's strike 3. He looked at something, Darren. He swung at before, but he outthought himself at home plate.
That's my point. That's what I was talking about when you're a young kid facing a veteran, smart pitcher like a James Shields. They're going to outthink you.
Yeah.
And he just threw probably the best pitch to hit in the whole at bat, and he overthought the situation and took it.
We think oftentimes, you don't want to throw a ball down and into a left-handed batter. If you're a right-handed pitcher, you can throw that all you want. Sometimes they might run into it, but on the average, they're going to take that pitch for strike 3. And there's Stassi, the catcher. Big swing, strike 1. I was calling him Stassi the other day, and I checked with people. They said it's Stassi. It's Stassi. First saw him with, I believe, the Oakland Athletics as a catcher there, and he's a right-handed batter. And there's no score here in the second. Gaddis at second base. Shields a glare there, and now the 0-1. A swing and a line drive is going to get the run in right center field. That's going to skip towards the warning track as Stassi's on his way to second with a run scoring double. It's 1-0 Houston.
That looked like the exact same pitch that just rung up the young man Tucker. But Stassi was able to nail it into the gap for his 12th double of the year and RBI number 23.
He hit that in the right spot, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Actually had the center fielder playing him to pull. Very rare occasion. It seems like every right-handed batter that comes up nowadays, the outfield, the center fielder in particular, shades the opposite gap. If he would have been shading that way, he might have had a play.
A run across with 2 outs. There's Marwin Gonzalez, the shortstop. And that pitch cut on a missed strike 1. That was a sinking fastball away from the left-handed batter. Fans still coming into this facility. Remember I said there were empty seats? I was looking at the third and first base line. There's not an empty seat, not a lot now at either side.
No.
Shields deals the 0-1. This is a high fly ball to center field, playable for Engel. Adam comes in, puts the glove up, makes the catch, and that'll do it. A run across for the Astros, and they leave a runner at second as we go to the third. 1-0 Houston.
People looking for landscape supplies or decorative stone, call Clark Natural Stone. A locally owned company specializing in bulk or palletized natural stone and pavers, patio stone, and retaining wall blocks. Clark Natural Stone can load your pickup or trailer on site or provide quick and dependable delivery to your job location. Call for information 997-3889. Clark Natural Stone, or visit them on the web at clarknaturalstone.com.
4 miles east of Marion at the corner of Route 13 and 166.
IBEW Local 702, an international brotherhood of electrical workers, has more than 4,500 members. Working men and women in hard hats, steel-toed boots, and leather gloves scattered throughout the heartland, making a living while making the heartland a better place to live. IBEW Local 702 represents construction workers, tree trimmers, broadcast engineering, telephone company, and power utility personnel. IBEW Local 702 with offices in West Frankfort.
Announcing another Best One Tire and Service Mastercraft exclusive. Available for a limited time from Best One Tire and Service. Receive up to a $60 Visa prepaid card by mail when you purchase a set of 4 new select Mastercraft tires. That's right, get up to a $60 Visa prepaid card by mail when you purchase a set of 4 new select Mastercraft tires. And we make life easier for you with free shuttle, pickup and delivery, preferred customer benefits, and more. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less than Marion and Harrisburg.
Andy Mays are back in Chicago with this update. White Sox first-round pick Nick Madrigal expected to play shortstop tonight for the Arizona Rookie League team. It'll be his final game with Arizona. After tonight, he's going to report to Single Lake Kannapolis to continue his season. Madrigal hit by a couple of pitches and grounded out in his debut on Thursday night. Back out to Houston and Ed and DJ.
All right, Andy, White Sox turn here in the third. Omar Narvaez will lead it off the catcher, then Tim Anderson and Adam Engel. That's the bottom 3 for skipper Richie Renteria. Astros leading 1-0. And Morton at 10-2 to the overhead wind in the pitch. That's low for ball 1. You started to talk about this a while ago that Narvaez looked better hitting, and certainly he has. I mean, his average is up to 263.
Oh, yeah, that's up from 170 over the last 15 games where he's hit 444.
That's a strike, and now the count 1 ball, 1 strike. He and the catcher Smith have both done a nice job hitting. They both have. I mean, if you combine those, they're somewhere in the 390, 400 range, I would guess. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, that it's a good problem to have.
Here's the 1-1. That's a delayed called strike. That could not have been a called strike. It just couldn't have been. The ball was way out off the plate away. I count 1 and 2 now, and Narvaez is talking to Angel Hernandez. But then again, everybody does. Morton's 1-2 pitch struck him out swinging.
Yeah, the first couple
he didn't have a chance.
No, first couple of strikes were definitely off the corner away, and makes it kind of tough. It really does for you to understand what you need to be looking for today. And then all of a sudden he came inside, and I told you, you cannot think about the outside edge and even off of it and then cover something inside.
No, you can't do it. And I thought that ball might have cut a bit toward him also.
Oh, yeah, he throws a cutter.
That pitch, that's strike one on Tim Anderson, just back from a sore ankle. I said a sore ankle, actually a sore bicep or tricep, just above the elbow. One strike on Tim Anderson. And that one's down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out.
Yeah, Tim got hit by that pitch in the first game of this series, right by the elbow area. Got the day off yesterday because of it.
1-1 the count with 1 out. And the 1-1. A swing and a high pop-up out of play to the right. Souvenir for someone up in this area. And the guy played the carom off his chest and made the catch.
I was talking to Tim today. I said, so you okay? You got here? He goes, yeah, I'm good. I said, you know, tougher guy. That would be no big deal. Wouldn't have had to miss a game. He's like, oh, no, I'm a tough guy.
You were on him hard?
I was.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, and the 1-2. Inside 2-2. His family's here, too. His wife and his daughter.
Oh, yeah. His parents might be as well.
I think you're right on that as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And Morton's 2-2 pitch to Tim Anderson struck him out swinging. He got 6 strikeouts, and we're in the 3rd.
That's 4 straight strikeouts.
Yes,
and the 2018 Chicago White Sox are presented by Guaranteed Rate, your trusted teammate throughout the mortgage process. Experience the difference today at rate.com.
There's only been 2 assists in the game for Morton. That's a fly ball to Moncada opening the game to right, and then a fly ball by Garcia to the left fielder, Tucker. That's it. The rest are on strikeouts, and that pitch buckled them. It was up and in, ball 1 on Adam Engel.
I remember an outing where you went out there and you felt so good with your command that you just threw strike after strike after strike and just got strikeouts like 6 in a row.
You mean professionally?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, my point is that's not easy.
No, it's not.
He looks like that right now.
Yeah. Well, that was just a foul ball. It's 1-1. It's just it's not that easy. Minor leagues, yeah. High school, yeah. But big leagues, no.
Most strikeouts ever for Morton, 14 in a game. He did that earlier this year, but he also had a 13 strikeout game. He's had 11 in his last start, 10. 133 strikeouts coming in, now at 139 strikeouts in 105 innings.
He's got 6, and he's yet to get through the 3rd. That pitch, check swing. Did he go? Yep, Angel Hernandez called it. He doesn't call that quick when he's on the bases, and the count now 1-2. He doesn't.
He's in charge, though.
Yes, he is. 2 outs on strikeouts, 3rd inning. 1-0 Houston with the run across in the 2nd. And Morton's curve is inside, and the count goes to 2 balls, 2 strikes. He's coming back with another one.
Well, we talked about in the pitching matchup, he likes to throw the curveball right at the right-handed batters, have it break to the inside corner. A little risky. If you leave a little too much over the plate, that goes for a home run.
He doesn't take a lot of time either. He's back to work in the 2-2 angle. Fouled back. He had a good swing at the fastball.
Adam lately, last 8 games, a .346 hitter. So he's at least in a position as a hitter right now where you make a mistake, he's been hitting it.
He's made that adjustment we talk about. What it is, we saw flashes of it early, and then that went away, but he's back into that groove again. It seems that way.
Well, he has a consistent stance and approach to hitting, and it's been working.
Here's the 2-2. There's the curve. High fly ball, center field, the play for the center fielder. And comes George Springer, makes the catch, and that will do it. 2 strikeouts in the inning, 6 in the game, and he works a perfect 1-2-3 third. He's retired he's retired everybody, the last 9, and 6 of those on strikes. That's the 15th out. It's brought to you by Geico. We're back with the bottom of the 3rd, 1-0 Stros.
Saving you money on car insurance has been in Geico's wheelhouse for over 75 years. So, after the game, get a quote at geico.com. Geico. So easy, a caveman can do it.
Hi, friends. This is Ed Farmer, voice of the Chicago White Sox and an organ transplant recipient. The Auto Medicine Transplant Program is one of the largest in Illinois, providing life-saving care for patients in need of bone marrow, heart, lung, liver, kidney, and pancreas transplants. From single to multi-organ transplants, our specialists work together to deliver an evidence-based approach to care that leads to outstanding results. At Loyola, we place the physical and emotional needs of each patient above all else, treating body and soul. Visit LoyalToMedicine.org. Loyal to Medicine, we also treat the human spirit.
I had like memory foams, I had feather pillows, and I'd always wake up with neck pain. After sleeping on MyPillow, I didn't wake up with the headaches. I was more aligned.
I didn't realize the connection between the pillow and sleep. When I switched to MyPillow, I got a better night's sleep, and I love it.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, inventor of MyPillow. My patented fill adjusts to your exact individual needs, and it holds that support all night long to take the pressure off your shoulders and keep your neck aligned so you get the best night's sleep of your life.
MyPillow is machine washable and dryable and comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee and an amazing 10-year warranty. Plus, every MyPillow is made in the USA.
I personally guarantee that MyPillow will be the most comfortable pillow you'll ever own.
MyPillow is now offering 50% off their 4-pack special. Go to MyPillow.com, use promo code WGN, or call 800-299-9579. That's 800-299-9579. And don't forget to use promo code WGN to get 50% off MyPillow's 4-pack special. Do it now.
Third inning, Springer to lead it off. He's the leadoff man. The pitch from Shields, knee high down the middle. He got the call, strike one. Springer is 0 for 1 with a fly out to center field, the first out to right field. Javi Garcia down the line, and the 0-1. I guess that's a ball. That looked pretty good from here, and Angel Hernandez, the home plate umpire, gave up on it. That had to cross home plate at some point, and it had to be knee high.
Over the plate, but PitchCast says it's a little tiny bit low, if at all.
That's where I think that's where the pitcher or the catcher caught it, but I could be wrong. The 1-1 line to left, that's a base hit. That was up, and that was hammered. Springer aboard on a leadoff single here in the third.
Oh, that was hammered. You're right.
Look, one of Shields' drives that we saw at Lost Dunes about a month ago.
Doctor. The speed of that last pitch, 88 miles an hour on the Xfinity Speed Gun. Xfinity delivers the fastest internet with the best in-home Wi-Fi experience. Call, click, or visit an Xfinity store today.
There's Bregman, Alex Bregman, the third baseman. 0 for 1 with a ground out to short. We'd like to have that now to start a double play. And Shields with a pitch, a line drive to center. That's a base hit. He dropped down on it. And Springer makes second base. Consecutive hits. Both of them hit rather hard.
You know, yesterday I started really paying attention to the way the Astros have an approach to hitting. And, you know, you got to just kind of not lose track. These guys try to hit the ball on the line. Line drives.
Yeah.
They'll take some home runs when the situation allows it. But they think about getting a rally going and keeping it going. We saw that yesterday with a prolonged 8th inning where they scored 7 runs. It was hit after hit after hit, home run. But
they just keep the line moving, as we talk about.
And we talk about when we look good, like in spring training and times in the past, it's because we just keep guys coming up and keep and just get our hits back up the middle line drives. That's how you beat an opponent. Everybody tries to think about hitting home runs. That's when you start making easier outs.
Yeah, you start getting elongated with that swing, and you lose your timing on what you're trying to do because you're just trying to hit it hard up. And up is usually not good, but in this era of sabermetrics, I guess everybody likes to take that uppercut swing. That one's down, ball 1.
So when I came to the White Sox in '94 and a really good offensive club from Frank Thomas, Julio Franco, Ozzie, Robin Ventura, Tim Raines, Lance Johnson. These guys could hit. They always said, line drives up the middle, line drives up the middle. That's what the reminder was to be a good hitting team.
1 ball and no strikes. And the 1L high fly ball to center. This is going to send Ingo back. This is off the bat of Altuve. Ingo makes the catch, and Springer heads for third, and the throw comes into second where it's supposed to go.
And he did his job, moved the runner into third.
They know how to play the game, the Astros. They don't need a refresher course in it because every game they do the same thing right.
But you just said something that's important. They don't need a refresher course. See, we're at a stage where our players have to be reminded almost every single movement because we're teaching here at the big league level. And this championship team, the coach basically and the manager can sit over there and just put his feet up because these guys already know how to do it. And if somebody has a slight slip-up, the player will remind him. His teammate will say, remember this.
Especially with Tucker in this lineup today, he's going to learn something about playing the game here that he didn't know playing in AAA. And each place you move up, guys get better and better in the minor leagues. We need a double play ball right now. Gurriel at home plate, and there's a throw over to first. And back safely is Alex Bregman. The thing is, when you've had kids, my daughter, we've had to teach them first how to speak, then you teach them, well, they crawl, then they walk. But these are all learning things. Right now, our team is crawling. It is, when you look at that, because they're learning how to play here at the big league level. There's a big swing. Gurriel did not get it in the count. 0-1.
Well, I'm going to tell you this right now. Shanda's brilliant, because if she was speaking before she was crawling and walking, man, you did something special.
I just went through the lineage.
Oh, okay.
Is that where we're going today?
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
my guard's up
Shanda,
now.
oh, man, you are brilliant.
I didn't speak until I was 5.
Walking and talking.
5 or 6.
Woo.
1-1 the count on Gurriel. Runners at first and third. And the 0-1, a swing and a high fly ball to left. This Zidwell, polka at the track against the wall. This is in the seats for a 3-run homer.
Gurriel in a position to try and lift something with the man on third base, hit a sacrifice fly, and instead he deposited in the short porch just inside the left field angle to the gap. If it's 5 feet over to the right of our direction, it's still in the field of play for extra bases, but not a home run. And Gurriel has hit Shields hard. He came in 3 for 6. He's now 4 for 8 with 2 doubles and a 3-run home run.
You can say one thing about the swing. He stayed back. He's left his right hand off the bat. That doesn't mean he can't hit it out in this ballpark especially. But he has still had lag in that swing. When he connected, he flipped that one wrist over and it went out of here. I'm not saying it was killed. Probably hit about 370 there. Maybe not even that far. A lot closer than you think. There's a swing and a shot to first. Davidson had it. Bobbled it, picked it up, and ran to first to get Reddick. Some order restored. There's 2 outs now, but 3 runs across in this inning. They lead 4-0 to the Astros.
And you talked about that ball, not even 370. There's no question. Yeah. That ball went about 350 feet at best.
The only reason I give it the extra bit is because of the height. But when you've got 362 over about, 40 feet?
Yeah, that's what I mean. That ball couldn't have gone more than 350. Yeah. I mean, that's a catchable
that
ball in our ballpark.
Also, absolutely. They talk about Fenway Park. Well, I always think about Fenway in Boston. Well, this park plays a lot shorter because it's indoors also. There's Gaddis trying to hit a home run. And I don't know why he looked back at the catcher, Narvaez, but it's strike one.
I think
he may have hit him with his backswing.
I think it might have been one of those, did that get you foul ball? He's a former catcher, Gaddis, so.
I believe it.
He's somebody that knows what it's like to be back there.
He can hit. There's the one strike pitch with 2 down, swung and a miss. There's the curveball. Shields was saying, okay, you got me for a home run, now try this one on. 0-2. 4-0 Astros. In this ballpark, there's no lead that's really safe. And the 2-strike pitch, overhand curveball, and Gaddis is out on strikes, and he's upset. That'll end it. They get 3 runs on 1 swing, 2 singles, and a 3-run homer by Gurriel. As we go to the 4th, it's 4-0 Houston.
Grandview buys homes.
People looking for landscape supplies or decorative stone, call Clark Natural Stone. A locally owned company specializing in bulk or palletized natural stone and pavers, patio stone, and retaining wall blocks. Clark Natural Stone can load your pickup or trailer on site or provide quick and dependable delivery to your job location. Call for information 997-3889. Clark Natural Stone, or visit them on the web at clarknaturalstone.com.
4 miles east of Marion at the corner of Route 13 and 166.
This is the Pepsi that's got a date with your taste buds. We're talking 1,000 bubbles dancing a 2-step with you and 2 tacos at 2 a.m.
Order number 83? Come on, you're up!
This is the Pepsi that has mastered the art of the late-night munchies and is always down to dig into some deep dish.
Hey, we don't do deep dish, capiche?
Try telling that to Chicago. This is the Pepsi for po' boys, pulled pork sliders, and the godfather of all sandwiches, The Godfather. This is the Pepsi for street carts, anything a la carte, and is dying to make the leap into your grocery cart. Come on, take us home with you. This is the Pepsi for those who are forever fun. This is the Pepsi for every generation.
Hey y'all, it's Luke Combs. Check out my deluxe album, This One's For You Too, available now, featuring new tracks, including the fan favorite, Beautiful Crazy. And be sure to pick up an ice-cold can of Diet Dr. Pepper to find out how you can win a VIP experience with me in Nashville.
That's strike one called on Moncada, 0-1 the count. We're going to get to an ID after the next pitch. There's 4-0 Houston here in the fourth inning. And Morton has been dealing. He's got a perfect game going as that one's low. Let's take that ID. We're back at 10 seconds. Listen to White Sox baseball on WGN Radio on the Sox Radio Network.
From the hub of the universe, this is Monster Radio 98.5 FM and 1150 AM.
WGGH, Marion.
Bell tie, 1 ball, 2 strikes with Darren Jackson at Farmer Minute Maid Park. The end of this road trip that started over a week ago. And we went to Dallas, now without a little lengthy stay at Midway. And then on to Cincinnati, now back here to Houston, Texas. Dave Obert is our engineer here as that's fouled over by the Houston dugout. It hits the screen in front of it, and the count still at 1 ball, 2 strikes on Yoan Moncada. Working the board in the GN studios downtown Chicago, Krista Flores, Curtis Koch, and Dan Long, assisted by one Mark Carmen. He's got the post-game show and also our update in the 6th. And that pitch down and in, and the count evens at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Morton is not allowed a base runner. He's 6 strikeouts.
You know, at the onset of this game, talking about how we need to get men on base early in this game.
Yeah.
And once again, about the 5th straight game, we've had nobody on in the first 2 innings at least.
There's a base hit to right field, and at least a base hit over to get it to Reddick, the right fielder, and it gets the ball in, and there's our first hit, as you were saying.
Well, it is the 3rd inning, and we finally have something going, but it has been a trend that needs to be broken where we get nothing going in the first couple of innings. You only have 7 innings of baseball left to try and get the job done. The other team's already done damage.
It's already 4-0, yes. We seem to start scoring late. And when you've dug yourself a hole, as we did yesterday with a 7-run 8th, you know, the home runs in the 9th, they're good to have, but they're not going to bring you that much closer. Here's Yolmer Sanchez with Moncada at first, no outs. And Morton for the first time will work from the stretch. Here's one hammered to right, and that's going to bounce off the wall. Reddick goes over, picks it up. Moncada is going to make third. Throw goes into second. That's a poor throw there. Cut off by the first baseman. That's a double for Yolmer, and the Sox are rolling here in the 4th.
Well, it is good to see, and it has been the case, talking about not getting things done early, but the second time through the lineup, we do figure guys out, even the best of the best, like a Morton. You get back to the top of the order, especially when it comes to Moncada, who just extended his hitting streak to 6 games now, and Yolmer, who's had a .292 batting average over the last 11 games, so he's, you know, swinging the bat well. Here's the guy right now that lately, unfortunately, somebody you know is your man. He's been killing us.
Yeah, the guy who used to pick us up is not hitting right now, but he can hit situations like this. Maybe he's locked in right now on Morton. By the way, Morton in the first 3 innings was throwing strike 1. He comes out to throw that here the second time around. They're not waiting. They're swinging. 4-0 Houston. A pitch to Abreu. That's a breaking pitch over for strike 1. Came with the curve rather than the fastball after 2 hits.
Yeah, nasty get ahead curveball. It wasn't just your roll it up there and hit it if you want to one.
Not a demonstrative break. That was like he was trying to put him away on 2 strikes. Moncada at third, Sanchez at second. Here's a swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. Reddick coming over towards foul territory. Can't get to it. The count 0-2. Where Reddick was trying to get it, Morton, the pitcher, was going, don't catch that. It'll cost me a run.
You know, that's a good point.
Yeah,
and that's a dilemma as a corner outfielder when you run toward the line and you know there's a guy, if you catch it, going to tag and score. You have to decide, am I better off letting this fall foul?
Yeah.
Or should I make the play knowing it's too deep for me to throw him out? I mean, you have to think about that before you get there.
The 0-2 pitch, Abreu stays alive barely by tapping that one foul at home plate. And you run that thing because you want the pitcher not to give up any runs. You don't want to be the guy that said, okay, We're leading 9-0. It's a different story when it's 9-0 on that play, I think.
Well, you just go catch it.
Oh, yeah, you go catch it and you throw it in and say, there we go. Okay, it's your job now to get the next out.
If it's a close game, different story.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got to know I can't catch this. That run tie the game up if I make this play right now.
Another 2-strike pitch. Abreu chases a ball in the dirt. He's out on strikes. Morton's got his 7th.
And with that being said, by the way, Ed, on those foul balls down the line, you cannot afford not to make the catch if you're standing there. And if you don't make the catch, next thing you know, the next pitch, he drives one of the gapper, hits a home run, and everybody's going, why didn't you catch that ball? So you got a lot of deciding
that's
to make.
A good point, because you can take some heat from your manager. Come in, what were you doing? I was trying to save him a run. Well, you cost him 2 more.
That's it.
Here's Avi Garcia, and Avi takes that one low for ball 1. That was a fastball that was out of the strike zone, 1-0.
Well, Morton is aware that he just struck out an extremely cold batter compared to a guy that's been extremely hot.
Morton reading signs from Stassi, the catcher, and now he deals the 1-0. Avi swings at that curveball.
Ooh.
That's what's good about when you're pitching. You have 2 or 3 dynamic pitches. Anyone you can throw over or strike at any time.
Well, that last curveball was biting big time. Got a guy that's on a .390 batting average the last 9 games, where he has 5 home runs.
1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. The 1-1 rolled foul, and now the count drops to 1-2. And this is what he's done almost the whole game till this inning, the 4th.
You know, Avi Garcia just waved at another curveball. The problem with it right after that, Ed, he almost looked out at Charlie Morton as if to say, wow, man, what are you doing? That's filthy. Yeah. You don't let any body language into the at-bat and tell the pitcher that you're having a problem.
No, he's not going to feel sorry for you either.
Well, he's just going to go, huh. He's kind of looking at me like, man, I can't hit that. Maybe I'll just throw it again and then again and again.
Until he does hit it, and you're going, why is he throwing me that? I keep making outs. 1 ball and 2 strikes, the 1-2 to Avi inside. I know why he throws that in there. It looks like it's coming right at a right-handed batter.
Yes.
And your first thought is, this is a fastball, because that's recognition. You're looking for that. Worst case scenario, you'll adjust to the breaking pitch. But that one you can't adjust to. You think it's going to hit you, and you move, and it catches the corner.
What it does is, as a hitter, it freezes you. You freeze, and now it's too late. You can't swing the bat.
I think he's going in with a fastball. Nope, going away with a breaking ball. I thought that was a slider more than a curve, and it's 3-2.
Yeah, it was his cutter. He hasn't thrown him a fastball at all, and the count is full.
He knows what's at hand. 2 on. A home run here gets us within a game. We seem to be saying that a lot. Well, White Sox on the road games, their last 11, they've gone 2-9.
I don't imagine if you've thrown everything breaking till now, you'll throw a fastball at this point.
Here's a 3-2. Breaking ball hit high in the air, left center field. This is tagged on the move. The left fielder at the wall, reaches up, makes the catch to Tucker. Tagging at third, coming home with no problem. Moncada, sacrifice fly, RBI. Now it's 4-1.
That's a nice play out and left by Tucker. Just getting close to the fence, and that thing was dropping straight down from the ceiling. He reached out with his back to the infield and made the grab.
When you have someone like Springer in center field, you're thinking as a kid, uh-oh, here we go. This is another ball to me. I better go get it. Springer, I need his help. He didn't need anybody's help, did Tucker. He made a nice one-handed catch.
Matter of fact, Springer came not even close to the play, as if to say, that's all yours, kid. Nice job by Avi Garcia driving in the first run.
A run brought to you by Jerry Haggerty Chevrolet of Glen Ellen. For value and integrity, it has to be Haggerty, Jerry Haggerty, Chevrolet.com. That one, the polka inside low for ball 1. Walking to a lead from third is Yolmer Sanchez, and Polka trying to bring him in with 2 down, and the 1-0. That's in there, 1-1. Where he didn't throw a fastball. I don't think the last one was a fastball to Avi because he hit it and I didn't see it. But this time he throws not 1, but 2 of them, the polka. 1 ball, 1 strike. Morton deals the 1-1. Danny swings and fouls that back. He jammed him. 1-2. Did you ever jam yourself at home plate?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes, and we've talked about this, by design, when you're out in front of stuff because you're anticipating nothing but fastballs, you're getting slow stuff, then you force yourself. If you're smart, it'll help you get out of your slump a little quicker. You say jam yourself. Forces you to stay on a pitch.
1 ball and 2 strikes, the 1-2. Curveball swung and a missed. He's out. 2 strikeouts in the inning. Morton gives up a run in this inning, a couple of hits, a sacrifice fly, and we leave a runner. That strikeout for Charlie Morton. He's got 2 in each inning. We're in the 4th, going the bottom half, 8 strikeouts. It's 4-1 Houston.
What if people had a battery level icon, like on your phone? You'd see a lot of us in need of a recharge. Thank goodness there's 5-Hour Energy, because just one sugar-free vitamin-packed 5-hour energy shot can get you all the way back to 100% fast. And isn't life better at 100%? 5-Hour Energy. Get back to 100%. For more information, visit 5hourenergy.com.
Townstone.com for the fastest and easiest home mortgage in the league. Hit a home run with low closing costs and interest rates. Dial 312-896-2110. Illinois Mortgage Licensee 6629 MLS 136639.
Well, I know what you need. This is John Williams. You need a getaway from the hustle and the hassle, and I'm recommending a 2-day cruise up and down the Mississippi on the Riverboat Twilight. Brenda and I love this. Depart from the Quad Cities, travel to Dubuque, spend the night in a lovely hotel, cruise home the next day. Fare includes delicious meals, overnight accommodations, and short tours. The river runs wide and relaxing. Couples, friends, families, visit riverboattwilight.com or call 1-800-331-1467.
If you want to stay on top of your health, one simple thing to do
is take the pledge to go and get screened for the cancers that might affect you.
So stand up, cancer, and take the pledge at GetScreenedNow.org.
It only takes a minute to take care of yourself, and nothing rhymes with org.
Talk to your doctor about your health and screenings that are right for you.
It's 4-1 Astros here in the 4th inning, and first man up, Kyle Tucker. You make a good play, and he did, and now he'll lead it off. And Shields facing him for the second time. Pitch to Kyle, slow curve over for strike 1. Facts of the game are these: they lead 4-1. Those are brought to you by the Sprinkler Fitters, Local 281, saving Chicagoland lives and property from fire for over 100 years. Tucker waiting for the 1-strike pitch from James Shields. Here it is, a swing and a miss. He went to one knee. Incidentally, the first pitch was delivered at 3:10 Central Time. It was 84 degrees outside and 72 here inside the dome, inside Minute Maid Park. Time and temperature brought to you by Four Seasons Heating and Air Conditioning for all the right reasons. It's Four Seasons. A 1-2 the count. Tucker waiting and Shields dealing the 0-2. There's the curve around home plate, but not over at 1 ball, 2 strikes. If I had to, if I just saw him in batting practice and you said what position did he play, just by looking at his body type, I'd say center field.
Yeah, he's long and lean, 6'4", 195 pounds.
He waits for the 1-2 from James Shields. Here it is. Ball gets away. He swung and missed it, and up with it Narvaez to throw the first 2-3 on the strikeout. Can't blame the kid. He didn't know where the ball was.
Well, he knew it was down. That's one thing, but I actually don't think it hit the ground. He didn't chase it in the dirt.
No.
It was one, I believed, hit off the catcher's glove. Now, if this bounces, which it did,
bounced,
never mind, it bounced. That's his job, Ed, to run because he knew it was in the dirt. If he'd have taken off when that first hit the ground, he'd have been safe.
He looked back to see where it was, and then he started to run. That might be a little too late. He could have been safe, yes. 1 out. Stassi, the catcher at home, played a double the first time up. That pitch is over for strike 1. It's 4-1 Houston here in the 4th inning. A note on Charlie Morton, if you're just joining us, the starter comes in at 10-2. He's got 8 strikeouts in 4 innings of work. 1-strike pitch, that's hammered foul, and the count now 0-2 on Max Stassi. I'm looking at yesterday's scorebook to see how many strikeouts McCullers had in the 4th inning. I think he had 7. Yep, he had 7 strikeouts. How about that?
Oh, no, he was on a roll. He had 2 through the first 3 innings.
The 0-2 pitch, that's low. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and Stassi.
The difference is for Morton, he's had 2 in every inning through 4. So, you know, it's a pretty good run right now.
It is 4-1 Houston with a run across in the top half of this inning for the White Sox.
Yeah, Morton keeps up the 2 thing, and he goes 7 innings. Guess what? He matches his career high of 14, which is a lot of strikeouts for a pitcher in a game.
That double that he had was a run producer as they added a run and added 3 runs in the third. There's a big swing. He's out on that curveball. Stassi said, I'm looking for a fastball. Didn't get it, and he's out on strikes.
Hey, bring your family of 4 to a White Sox game, as the White Sox are offering as low as $49 family 4-pack deals. Includes 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, 4 chips, and 4 sodas. Upper and lower levels will be available. Check out all of this at whitesox.com. Got that out. Whew.
How many strikeouts do you have for Shields? Is it 5?
6.
6 of them? I've not written the last one down yet, as that one's down to Marwin Gonzalez for ball 1. He is more than an adequate shortstop. The regular shortstop, Correa, is out at the lineup DL. Is he coming off that? They said he'd be back today. That was the note I had anyway. They expected him back today, but he's not on the roster yet. That one's low in the count, 2-0.
Yeah, his back, he's got a strain in his back. And he wasn't quite ready. He was supposed to be ready for this series, but I'm not missing him, that's for sure. But
I'm not either.
No, he's not ready yet.
The 2-0, a swing and a line drive to center. Angle going back was off to the races and makes the catch. Going to tell you something right now. We talk about first step quickness. He's yet to disappointment. He was turned around, and I looked up, and he was already running. That'll do it. A 1-2-3 inning with 2 strikeouts. Shields has 6 of those, and we're going to the 5th. 4-1 Astros.
They say the strength to fight the toughest battles is in our nature. And that power comes from nature itself. Only SIH could take those elements and combine them with our nationally accredited treatment program to provide the area's first dedicated cancer center. Built for our community, by our community. Because hope is home. Only at the SIH Cancer Institute.
In a galaxy far, far away.
Actually, in Marion.
There was a threat to all mankind.
Well, maybe not all mankind.
A computer was about to explode.
Okay, so maybe not explode, but there was a computer on the fritz. Same difference.
Fortunately, the Sci-Fi guy was close by. He heard his number being dialed. In the blink of an eye, the Sci-Fi guy was there fixing the computer.
Okay.
For Southern Illinois Wireless Internet isn't a superhero in real life, but they might as well be. So the next time your computer's on the fritz, call the nerds first. Call the people who are reliable, fast, dependable, trustworthy, smart, and locally owned at the first sign of trouble. For Southern Illinois Wireless Internet, don't cry. Call the Sci-Fi guy at 997-7494. That's 997-SCI-Y. 997-SIWI.
Okay.
Go ahead, man.
Well, the play-by plays, the Sox are down 4-1 here in the 5th. Here's Darren.
All right, Ed, thank you very much. And in this 5th inning, it's 6, 7, and 8 for the Sox. Matt Davidson, Narvaez, and Tim Anderson, as it's an 0-1 count, curveball called strike 1. Fastball pulled down the third base line, foul ball, as Davidson will reload a new bat, as that one was broken on that fastball.
I'd like to see a replay of that one. So I think that ball had to cross over one corner of that bag.
Well, good thing it was called foul, because he'd have been out. Bregman caught it and threw it just in case.
I believe that's Alan Porter down there as well.
Yep. And this is the 5th inning, the 5-hour 5th inning. Get back to 100% with 5-hour energy shots. So a new bat for Davidson. Different color altogether. We had the dark brown bat. Now he goes up there with a natural colored bat. 0-2 count. The White Sox trail it 4-1, top of the 5th inning. White Sox, as you would anticipate, having a little trouble with these Astros, the defending world champions this season. Curveball ripped to third base, backhanded on the line by Bregman. Gets rid of it quick to throw off the mark, but stepping on the bag just ahead of Davidson is Gurriel. A nice play on both ends.
That was a great play by Bregman to get the ball and throw it. It was great of him to get it over there early so Gurriel could get the ball and still go back and tag the bag. He knew where it was. He didn't look back. He just stepped back and got it.
Yeah, nice job. I mean, let's be realistic. It was a curveball on 0-2. Davidson hit it hard, almost kept it right on the line, but Bregman up to the task on back-to-back balls down that line. He fielded both of them. And the quickness of him getting rid of that ball paid off, as Ed said. So 1 up, 1 down here in the 5th inning. That brings up Narvaez. Takes a fastball for a called strike.
They called that the defensive play of the game for the Astros, and that should be. We haven't put many balls in play.
You know, they're getting it out of there early. I get it. And they realize there might not be another one that's going to top that. Shift is on for the left-handed batting catcher for the White Sox. Timeout is called at home plate. Narvaez, one of the 8 strikeouts in the game for Morton. He struck out swinging back in the 3rd inning. Overhead wind and the pitch. Curveball outside just a little bit for ball 1. Outfield shades the left-handed batter slightly the other direction. Big gap in right center field. The 1-1 pitch outside 2-1. Morton on a nice run. 10-2 record and the 2.55 ERA this year. There's a swing and a foul tip into the catcher's glove and a count 2-2 on a fastball that he tried to catch up to. Now with 2 strikes, they shift even more. Take the shortstop and they bring him around over to the second base side. Third baseman now playing way back at the shortstop position. The 2-2 pitch, curveball, bounced right up the middle to the shortstop, who had just moved. A routine play for him. He flips it underhand and gets our catcher Narvaez by a lot.
The ball was actually thrown in the middle of home plate, and the catcher wanted it on the outside corner. I was wondering why they moved the shortstop over. The third baseman comes over, then you pitch him away. I don't get it, but it worked.
Well, maybe that was just a target to get the curveball to the middle of the plate, right?
Sure, absolutely.
Look at my glove, but throw it where just start it here and let it end up over there, huh? Stare here, throw it there. Here's a bouncer to off the bat of Anderson and off the glove of the shortstop, Gonzalez, taking it for granted. He played that one rather nonchalantly, and he picks up the error, and that's going to be his 6th error of the year.
Take it for granted is exactly right. He had the glove out in front of him, Darren. He never really kept his